Hello everyone Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between 120 versus Soin. This game taking place here on Autumn Leaves. Soin spawning as the blue orc on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, 120 spawning as the red undead. This game came highly recommended, so stay tuned for an entertaining game. We'll see what is being brought to the table from these two great players. Now, if you guys have not already done so, please consider subscribing. You don't even need to turn on notifications, even though that would help me, and you would be notified about upcoming videos. Just YouTube really looks at all of these metrics, my subscriber counts, before trying to recommend my videos. And I think, well, the WarCraft 3 community in America could use a bit of love. So thank you for all of you out of the US subscribing and watching. And for all of you guys in the US, definitely consider subscribing and show Blizzard that we want to keep this, well, awesome real-time strategy game around for years to come. Gargantuan Sea Turtle has spiked carapace. Oh, I did not realize that Gargantuan Sea Turtles had spiked carapace. That actually makes a lot of sense. Well, I guess I learned something new every day, wondering why Militia was taking damage if you tried to go after that Gargantuan Sea Turtle. Death Knight, well, creeping alongside an Acolyte and some additional Skeletal Warriors here, going to go straight for a Death Coil onto the Forest Troll Berserker, using that early mana and also those Skeletal Minions' normal damage to burst down that Forest Troll Berserker. A new skeleton should be popping on up here in just a moment, waiting for the cooldown on those skeletal minions before making their way out. 20 years into the game's life, we all still learn. Yeah, I was watching that and was thinking to myself, what? I think it's taking damage. I'm pretty sure it's taking damage. How is it taking damage? Blade Master now going after this 5-3-3 creep camp, going after the Ogre Magi. If he opts to clear out the entire creep camp, should be able to level up. Blade Master, however, absorbing quite a bit of damage now and could end up getting taken down. Blade Master now down to 62 hit points. He auto-attacked his own grunt here to lose the aggro and now is healing while clearing up this creep camp. Going to finish off this last Forest Troll Trapper, take it down, and then move on his merry way. Coming back around, Death Knight opting to clear up some relatively easy creep camps to get up to level 2, as the Crypt Fiends will be joining in on the fight. Tech to Tier 2 has already begun. We don't see any fast expansions coming in from anywhere, as dual Orc Burrows and Grunts seem to be the plan for Soin so far. Blade Master clearing up the Sasquatch here and really using that healing salve very effectively, being able to get the Blade Master to level 2 and maybe even quite a ways to level 3 with only a single grunt and those charges. All right, Forest Troll Berserker about to get taken down. The Blade Master could purposely try and attack his own grunt there and then gain aggro to that grunt to do a little bit more healing again. So far, though, both sides not engaging against each other, not disrupting their opponent's strategies at all, and we should be looking at heroes nearly level 3 by the time they engage for the very first time. Healing salve still available here. Blade Master looking to perhaps try and take things down, going after the Ogre Magi here. This is a bit of a dangerous maneuver here. He does have critical strike now and also have Ring of Protection for a little bit more additional, as we're going to go after that Forest Troll Trapper. Thank you for the follow. Every follow, all that social media jazz does definitely help. Is he going to healing salve, pick up that Slippers of Agility while wind walking away? And, well, here comes the question: where are both players? Must be wondering, where exactly is my opponent, as a grunt finally catches sight of the Death Knight here. All right, a little bit of bonus damage onto the Death Knight. Death Knight taking another Windwalk strike. Blade Master wants to give it some more departing attacks, but not going to quite work, as we also see a Wand of Mana Stealing taking away mana from that Blade Master, reducing its chances of being able to Windwalk out of any of those sticky situations. Yeah, it is nice to see the Blade Master back in the Orc versus Undead matchup. We've been seeing a lot of Farseer Headhunters as of late, and, well, seeing a variety and not being able to close your eyes and predict what is going to happen in the game, aside from item drops, has really refreshed the Warcraft 3 community. I feel good job by Blizzard making farseer headhunters and trying to diversify the strategies just a little bit. If only they could address the human and undead in balance without actually disrupting all of the other racial matchups. That is quite a difficult feat. Off to the north here, Shadowhunter looking to get up to level 3 as well, while the Blade Master is playing that classic harassment game. Lich is already out on the battlefield, and the Lich once again goes for Frost Armor first to protect itself against that Blade Master. Not only does it provide additional armor, that auto attack debuff really starts to add up as the Blade Master not only is dealing less damage, but is attacking slower per blow. Lich now trying to get away. Are we going to see Frost Armor on him as well? Yes, we are. Lich now looking to back away. What is going on? Why is the... well, it looked as though the Acolyte was getting denied right there, as we're still looking at the Shadowhunter now getting to level 2. Back down to the south here, Blade Master still playing this harassment game. May try and burst down. We see a roar going across there. Scroll of the Beast, as the Blade Master still trying to, well, deny experience once more. Lich, however, with that Frost Armor, well, still fairly well protected, as the Blade Master unsure of himself. The dark blue Blade Master, very difficult to tell that he's actually wind walking, especially at night, as he's his transparency isn't all that much apparent. Meanwhile, Blade Master ends up getting one mana stealing charge used on him, as the Blade Master no longer has the ability to wind walk away, and now needs to walk away the old-fashioned way, as the Death Knight and the Lich clear off this Sasquatch here, picking up a Book of the Dead. Shadowhunter, Wind Riders now in the air here. Tech to tier 3 is done. Are we getting Envenom Spears, as we are also going into a third and final hero, the Tauren Chieftain. Wind Rider, big damage in can have some big damage indeed. Those Envenom Spears really useful for hit and run tactics. Meanwhile, the Lich and the Death Knight looking to clear up some additional creep camps and get that Lich to level 3. Are we looking at Envenom Spears? No, we are not. Big Death Coil on to that Crypt Fiend, though, as the Crypt Fiend, well, able to have a new bout on life, as we're looking at the Wind Riders now going after another unit here. Are we going to perhaps see another Entangle? Grunt able to retreat away. There is a quick Hex onto the Crypt Fiend, and as the Crypt Fiend able to back away once more. Death Coil finding that target. All right, more damage still racking back up, as the Death Knight trying to retreat back again. Meanwhile, we're looking at where that Death Knight is going, just running around in circles. Grunt getting taken down, as the Lich now gets up to level 2 and may give a Frost Nova Icy Blast on those retreating units. Hey, Crota, used to watch your Kingdom Rush tutorials. That was about 10 years ago. Crazy how time flies by. Yeah, nope. My Kingdom Rush videos still have still provide me a decent number of views. Yeah, every single month. So yeah, thank you for watching those Kingdom Rush videos. Big stomp onto the Death Knight. Death Knight escapes away at 16 hit points. Able to escape away there, and the Crypt Fiend, however, not so lucky. 108 critical strike, being able to finish it off. All right, Wind Riders looking to poke down that dire Frost Wolf here and perhaps pick off some more of those units. If that Death Knight had fallen, things in this game would be dramatically different, as Soin now training up a Kodo Beast, and we now see a Pit Lord coming in as the third and final hero for 120. All right, heroes and a very small army against heroes and a very small army once more. Let's take a look at a bit of damage here. Blade Master unable to protect this Voodoo Lounge, and that is the problem with a proxy Voodoo Lounge. If it's so far out in front that you're able to protect it, well, much of your home field advantage will be lost. All right, Howl of Terror. Pit Lord is still attempting to take down this Voodoo Lounge here. Blade Master, Kodo Beast wants to get in some damage. There is a stomp, and well, once that Crypt Fiend is unable to walk away, the Kodo Beast can get in there and really start chomping at the bit here. Still more damage coming back across. Kodo Beast in the back here, getting pelted by all of these skeletal archers. Could end up getting taken down pretty quickly. No, aggro has changed, as the destroyers, chasing after that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain down to 55 hit points, down to 20. Healing wave in time as the units retreat back here. 46 supply compared to 40. This Kodo Beast needs to perhaps somehow retreat, protect itself while the burrows are occupied, but the burrows are not occupied at all. This is some bad news for Soin, as 120 is doing a great job here putting in the pressure. No fortified armor on the orc burrows, so the piercing damage and the magic damage of the destroyers are really going to start to add up here. 38 supply compared to 49. Soin is just trying to hold on to this game here as the Tauren Chieftain is still staying alive. Healing Wave still bouncing around. Blade Master looks like it's going to finally take down one of those Crypt Fiends as the Tauren Chieftain escapes away, well, at 60 hit points for I don't know how many times. Continuing the ghoul, continuing to try and rack up damage here. Gonna perhaps try and back away. There's the healing salve once more as the units, as the heroes are all working together and trying to regroup back on the other side. All right, Tauren Chieftain continuing to heal. Blade Master sitting at level 3. And the main base, however, currently not getting pressured any longer. Tauren Chieftain could have a very bad day while losing that healing salve charge. There's a healing wave. There's a howl of terror. Blade Master going straight after the obsidian statue in the back as the Tauren Chieftain still in the backfield here. Able to get away once more. Blade Master bursting down the obsidian statue and now no longer having the glue that is holding the undead army together. Hit points and mana may finally be dropping. Tauren Chieftain off to the races, trying to duck and dodge away from the orc or the undead army. Where is the Tauren Chieftain perhaps going to try and run off to? He does not have enough gold for a staff of teleportation, or may not even want to try and buy one at this point, as we do see that berserker upgrade. 44 over 51 supply. Soin able to hold on after taking down the obsidian statue, stopping that pressuring fight. However, 120 now opting to go for the Granite Golem creep camp and perhaps try and pick up some powerful items. If it is Unholy Aura, that would be perhaps the last item that the Death Knight wants. What is it going to be? Cloak of Flames. The Death Knight now able to dive on in and deal significant damage, 10 damage a second, if on all of those units that are standing next to it. Coming back to Tauren Chieftain, still sitting at level 1, will get to level 2 finally with Endurance Aura. Meanwhile, we're still looking at perhaps some more healing salves to be purchased up as the Tauren Chieftain is still low on hit points. Back at home, the Shadow Hunter has purchased some healing salves, but is very far away from the action here. Tauren Chieftain, well, Destroyer off to the side here. Death Knight now trying to lead the charge. Blade Master may try and burst down the Obsidian Statue. Yes, finds an Obsidian Statue and is going to attempt to burst it down. Gets a Purge onto the Obsidian Statue and will take it down again. This is going to be the key part. If Soin wins this matchup, it is going to be because he is able to focus down these obsidian statues and burst them down quickly without 120 being able to have that many countermeasures at all. This one obsidian statue now needing to provide hit points and mana will drain it out that much more quickly. Tauren Chieftain wants to get another healing salve going. I think the Death Knight illusion was able to disrupt the healing again as we see a boulder attacking that Lich here. Death Knight. Now, well, there is a big bit of a steal there. He's now trying to back away again. Where is the Granite Golem? Granite Golem now going to go ahead and engage once more. Blade Master is still nearby. Could try and perhaps burst down that obsidian statue as the Granite Golem is still doing a bit of punishing. Blade Master still wandering back around, back and forth. They're looking at the Granite Golem taking damage still as the Orc army is lying in wait, ready to, well, make things happen. Blade Master now sees that there's 2 obsidian statues. Does he try and go after these? Yes, he's going to go after the last obsidian statue here. Does have a potion of lesser invulnerability, and is he going to use it in time? There's a stomp right there, and now perhaps going to try and finish off some of these Crypt Fiends as well. All right, Crypt Fiends taking quite a bit of damage. Blade Master getting healing wave back up. There is 2 destroyers now up in the air. There goes another Crypt Fiend as well, as that Crypt Fiend is currently burrowed and gets taken down. Healing wave and Spirit Link spreading across much of that damage as the destroyers need to devour magic, all of that Spirit Link, to make sure they can actually burst down a unit. Blade Master now fighting back against all of those units there. Tauren Chieftain gets in a stomp. Death Knight does have a scroll of Town Portal. Gets hexed though. There's another Devour Magic, and down to 46 hit points, he is able to back away. There goes another Obsidian Statue again. And the glue that is holding this army together doesn't seem to be able to do enough, as the Granite Golem ends up falling at the hands of the Blade Master, giving Claws of Attack plus 12. Blade Master now with plus 42 damage. And that might be the extra needed bit of luck that Soin needed to get back into this game. The destroyers now going to be going after those targets here. Kotobi's taking a little bit of damage, going to be backing away. But remember, Blade Master sitting at level 4. Once it gets to level 5, that damage is just going to rack up so high so quickly with that level 3 critical strike. Big Frost Nova there. However, Burrow onto the Crypt Fiend, not in time. Blade Master now trying to retreat back here as that Berserker easily gets taken out as well. 47 supply compared to 49. 120 still having a slight supply advantage as units are trying to get added back up here. Clarity Potion used on the Shadow Hunter and that Blade Master. Blade Master wants to land in a lot of Windwalk strikes, has very decent armor as well. There is no Kodo Beast right now, so losing out on a bit of damage on that damage buff. That Kodo Beast gives an additional plus 10 damage on that Blade Master. Now, are we going to get up a new Kodo Beast? No, it does not look like it. No, new Kodo Beast already making its way down as the Blade Master wants to pick off some extra units. All right, Blade Master going to scout out and see that this red creep camp has already been cleared out. The Death Knight had sold that Cloak of Flames, making it less obvious that that side has already been prepped. Blade Master not looking to engage here. Thank you for the follow as the units are not looking to retreat back. Blade Master now wants to dive on in. Is he going to be able to do exactly that? Head Berserkers there. There is another Howl of Terror, but units are able to keep their distance once more. Blade Master testing the waters, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Going to go ahead and try to dive in. Perhaps go after that Obsidian Statue. Gets the Purge there. Plus 70 damage from that Windwalk strike. And look how much damage is dealt to that Obsidian Statue in just a matter of seconds. Blade Master, after the Howl of Terror, still has plus 28 damage. Healing Wave still bouncing around as the destroyers are getting purged down as the Blade Master now gets up to level 5 with level 3 critical strike. We should be seeing some 300 to 400 critical strikes here in just a moment. There's another Windwalk strike trying to rack up damage, and you can see that Blade Master getting a 380 critical strike right there. Now going after the Pit Lord. Pit Lord hits another 400 hit point heal, but that 380 critical strike is just going to rack up so high as that Blade Master might instantly kill any orange unit in just one blow. Tauren Chieftain comes in with the stop. Death Knight uses a Potion of Healing to try and stay alive. Healing Wave still bouncing around. Blade Master still able to survive here as he's able to survive because of that Spirit Link spreading around all of that damage. Blade Master down to 118 hit points. He needs to get another Healing Wave going. Shadow Hunter has a bit of mana. There's a Healing Wave onto the Tauren Chieftain as he's looking to back up. Tauren Chieftain, however, gets burst down. Level 3 now on the Pit Lord. Both sides continuing to fight their way through. Blade Master unable to get past his own army to get within melee range, and now pushing back the other way. 120, trying to finish off some low hit point units. 39 supply compared to 54. Little bit of an advantage for Soin has the supply advantage, but 120 has the momentum advantage, continuing to go after unit after unit. Tauren Chieftain now out of the fight, no longer having that endurance aura, giving that Blade Master additional speed and attack speed and a movement speed. Perhaps going to try and burst down that Pit Lord, perhaps going after the Obsidian Statue. Obsidian Statue doesn't get purged there. Healing Wave keeping that Blade Master alive. Still has a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability as the Crypt Fiends are now starting to get taken down. All right, beautiful Death Coil just in time as Berserkers are still getting lost here. Blade Master wants to engage, has a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, and now going to use it. Death Knight uses it as the follow-up as well, as both sides are engaging still. Blade Master, 320 critical strike, and still looking to finish off some more units. That 320 critical strike, not as much as it could have been, as the Kodo Beast was already taken out. All right, that Kodo Beast would have been an extra, 40 damage right there. A 360 critical strike could have been possible. We're looking at 120 now, chasing after all of these units without the endurance aura of the Tauren Chieftain. And the unholy aura of the Death Knight allows for faster movement speed in. Blade Master has a Scroll of Healing. Is he going to be able to engage? Uses a Scroll of Healing. Death Knight gets taken down. Blade Master could get taken down. He gets taken down as well. Death Knight falls at level 4. Blade Master falls at level 5. And was that a good trade? Shadow Hunter perhaps a bit too far, unable to get off that Healing Wave. And that was the problem, as the Berserkers are now trying to, finish off some more of these units. Shadow Hunter sitting at level 4, still trying to retreat back. Not that close to level 5 just quite yet, even after the death of the Destroyer. Tauren Chieftain nearly resurrected. Spirit Link, no No Spirit Link on that Blade Master. That is the reason why he got taken down so quickly. Blade Master gets resurrected alongside here, and it looks as though, yeah, that Raider will end up getting destroyed. Blade Master gonna go ahead and walk back. Remember that a Raider resurrected him at the tavern, as we may see the Blade Master, well, end up getting caught out in the open once more. Pit Lord trying to catch up here. Blade Master still running around. There's a giant Frost Nova. Blade Master getting body blocked by the Pit Lord. Is he going to be able to back away? And is he going to do exactly that? Down to 116 mana. Crypt Fiend now joining in on the battle. Healing Wave could be in time, able to bounce around. Tauren Chieftains right there. And well, the army has restabilized. Soin and 120 has exchanged supply leads, I don't know, 4 or 5 times throughout this matchup, as Soin is now behind 47 compared to 43. Pit Lord ready to lead the charge here. Blade Master with some big damage, but is it enough for him to carry his whole entire team on his back? That is the question. Shadowhunter sitting at level 4, Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 3. This creep camp will get cleared up. Do we have a Scroll of Town Portal? We do not on Soin's army at all. That is going to be a problem, but nope, never mind. I thought 120 was trying to put in pressure on the main base, as the main gold mines are now mined out. We are looking at unsummoning buildings here for a last all-ditch effort and battle. Blade Master looking to fight here. Destroyers are up in the air, ready to devour magic. Blade Master is coming across here, trying to burst down that obsidian statue. No purge onto that building, as we now see the obsidian statue, well, all the way in the very far back. Howl of Terror. There's a giant stomp coming back across. Blade Master does have a potion of lesser invulnerability, down to 200 hit points, being forced to use it as he's trying to take down the destroyer so that, well, there can actually be Spirit Link cast across him. A Howl of Terror still being used back and forth. Blade Master is still continuing to fight. Blade Master now trying to retreat back. He does have Spirit Link, so he is going to be able to stick around and live a little while longer. Meanwhile, there is still an obsidian statue there. No, take it back. It's now turned into a destroyer to try and devour magic and prevent any more of that Spirit Link. All right, more damage coming back across here. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability on the Death Knight. Death Knight trying to take down the Blade Master. Blade Master trying to take down the Pit Lord. Pit Lord getting saved by the Death Knight. Death Knight ends up, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability comes to an end. Shadowhunter now getting up to level 5. Both sides still fighting. 38 supply compared to 36. Healing Wave bouncing around here. Kodo Beast ends up getting taken down, as the Death Knight now survives at level 5. Level 5 Death Knight, level 5 Shadowhunter, level 4 Tauren Chieftain, as he's trying to lead the charge. Is he going to be able to finish off any more of those Crypt Fiends? Crypt Fiend down to dead, as well as another Crypt Fiend could get taken down. All right, Tauren Chieftain now looking to back away off to the north. 32 supply compared to 36. The Destroyers are trying to go after the Berserkers. Death Coil, Frost Nova onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain, is he going to be able to survive there? Trying to get into the harm's way. Death Knight still leading the charge there. There's a healing salve as he is trying to back away there. Death Knight still trying to charge in as the Shadow Hunter doing a great job. Tauren Chieftain escapes away at 105 hit points. Death Knight still trying to catch up here, as it's still running around the corner. Shadowhunter is going to be able to get a healing wave off. Yes, it does in time. Coming back the other side, 30 supply compared to 27. Tauren Chieftain looks like it's going to be able to survive right there, as another Crypt Fiend gets taken out. 28 supply compared to 24. Soin now with a slight supply advantage, but he also has more workers, so his army is still a bit smaller. Spirit Walker needs to retreat back off to the north. Is it going to be able to regroup in time? That is the question. That's quite a bit of damage. Spirit Link, Tauren Chieftain now trying to lead the charge. Are we going to see a stomp? Yes, Death Knight is in trouble. Down to 200 hit points, down to 148, down to 30. There's a Hex. Death Knight is, no, not going to fall. Able to run away at 41 hit points. Still fighting. Tauren Chieftain gets Death Coiled instead. Lich gets up to level 5, and that may be the end, as the Destroyers, or as the Lich is able to now just use level 3 Frost Nova. Shadowhunter trying to go up against all of these units. And what a game going back and forth. Once I've said it again, so many lead changes, and still not 100% sure who's going to win. A Crypt Fiend about to get taken down. It does not get, or does get taken down, as the Shadowhunter now going up against the Death Knight. Is that really going to happen? Trying to finish off. There's a Hex there. One more shot, 2 more shots. Is he going to go? And the Death Knight almost gets taken down. 120 comes out as the victor at the very, very end. So much running around in that matchup. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. So many close calls, so many brilliant saves, so many brilliant escapes, and brilliant last minute kills. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below. Once again, if you have not already done so, please consider subscribing. It helps all of my YouTube metrics.